Good morning and happy Frigg's Day. Suna is shining brightly and is utterly fitting for the rune I have drawn, Sowilo, and its meanings. I mean, considering I am drawing these runes at random, I have drawn the rune that represents the sun at a time where here in the UK we're having a heat wave, and more importantly, and this is where sort of hindsight comes in following the 2 days of not knowing the meaning behind the rune, where sort of I'm inclined to make things fit. I am, however, or what I have done in the past 2 days is pretty much remove myself from some things that were not inspiring me properly or giving me joy anymore, and making preparations to adjust my lifestyle into a better lifestyle, because my goals and purposes are changing or have changed, and it's very much a lot of the things that now that I'm looking into my books to read up what Sowilo represents, is just sort of, well, there we go. I mean, there's can't deny that. So it is very interesting. I'd say it feels, over the past weeks, there's been a common tendency that, to some extent, that the runes have been looking into me. Whereas perhaps in the earlier stages of this phase of my runic journey, I've been looking into the runes. And it almost feels like now we're reaching a point of harmony. I'm under no illusion, I still have a lot to learn. Once I have drawn the last rune from the bag, that'll be the ending of one part of a journey. There are many more sort of spiritual miles to travel, and by no means do I feel like I'm at a point where I can talk in an authoritative way about the runes. Don't get me wrong, it's my rune knowledge is increasing. I'm becoming a lot more comfortable with them, and mentally I'm preparing to sort of write about them and to form an opinion, to give that opinion. I do, however, feel humble enough to sort of know that I still have a lot to learn, that I'm not going to sort of start claiming to be something that I am not. I mean, that's one of the things when you look around the community. There are always people who are helpful and free, giving with their wisdom and friendship, because it is a great community. There are, however, always those that have an arrogance or attitude that is not helpful, that project a demeanour that you are as gnats to them, hovering around them, that they don't want to bother answering your questions or queries or sort of spend time talking with you. I'll always say, I suppose, that this comes down to the different flavours we have in society and life. And I try not to let that bother me too much, because everyone's on their own journey, one way or the other. And my personal preference is I would rather have a honest and pleasant debate with someone than to essentially be an arse about things, because it's never helpful. I suppose also in reflection, I'm looking at undertaking some things which, I know, a week ago I would have hoped to do, I suppose, but feel perhaps it might have been a little bit too early to undertake. But here we are. Some challenges have been laid before me, and I am preparing myself to undertake them, with the ambition and hope that I will do the best job possible to represent myself, my beliefs, and the beliefs of AsatruUK when I make a public sort of talk. I say it, in some ways it feels quite intimidating. In the spotlight, the light will be shining on me, and I have to do the best job I can and not mess things up. But I feel hopeful and relatively confident that I can do the task asked of me, and well, all I can do is do the best job I can, with the support of a great community, and see what happens. So everything falls into place, or is falling into place. It's just for me to not fumble picking it up and taking that challenge. So I'm very happy. It's my happy face. But no, I'm satisfied with the way things are going, and happy to be moving forward and ready, I feel, for what lays ahead. Okay, Sowilo. I mean, it's hard not to feel positive when the sun's so glorious, other than sort of in a couple of hours' time when I'm going to be sweating while I'm working. Them's the breaks. It was really nice to go swimming yesterday evening with my wife, and the water in the swimming pool was glorious. We didn't bother doing a great amount of swimming. It was just nice to be in the water for a sort of 45 minutes, just sort of feeling it. just that was a lovely, lovely time spent in the water. And I look forward to doing it again soon, especially while the weather's like this. Anyway, that was a ramble. Maybe you didn't need to hear that, but there you go. Thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.